Hello friends, and welcome to Not My Floor and Not My Apartment. I am dog sitting in honor of me re-signing my lease and it being a whole year since I've lived in my apartment. We are going to together watch my video titled One Last Goodbye, a single mom's last moving vlog. We're gonna watch it together and you guys are gonna get my reactions and you're gonna get some tea on the video. I don't quite remember everything that happened in this video because I watch them like 100 times before I post them, and I watch them one time after I've posted them, and then I don't typically go back and watch them. Grab a snack, grab some water. If you are living in the devil's butt crack like I currently am, grab some water, stay hydrated. And in preparation of this video, I got myself some of my favorite snacks, okay? So I have a little pre-made charcuterie. It's really hard for me to like cook at other people's houses, so this whole month of June I've been eating a little bit like trash. So I tried to go on the healthier route, okay? My favorite healthier foods, as I have a giant cookie right here, balance. I've got gherkins and then cashews. I've already had about 4 gherkins because I absolutely love pickles. You are sitting on a container of hummus because I didn't know where else to put you. Everything else kept falling. And I also have pretzels to go with that hummus, but I probably won't get to that. When I was on my way home thinking about this video, I do remember showing it to Kelly, like after we had moved, and he said, "Why did you make this?" He was so upset with me because he cried so hard watching it. I guess let's just dive in. I don't know. I'm very nervous, but it's been a year. A lot has changed, and I think it's good to go back and look at your achievements and things like that. So, yeah, let's just do it. It smells like piss. I don't know that I'll be able to move in this week. It's very stressful around here. We also have not even touched the kitchen. And get coffee. My favorite time of the day.
I want to be happy so bad.
And it looks like literally nothing has been done. I think this video has just turned into me eternally screaming. But this is what we've got so far. We're not out of here. I just want to go home because this doesn't feel like home anymore. I haven't used it. I'm not gonna need it. It's pretty volatile. Don't ever judge somebody for why they stayed in a relationship. We thought we were done with storage units, friends. Just sucks for a little bit. In case you're curious what I was crying about, one of my tires started to shred while on the interstate. So that's fun. Big wrench in today. Honestly, I have no idea what the plan for the rest of the day is now. But we'll do whatever we can, I guess. Just ate some food, sat down for a minute. Now I have to patch a few holes and hopefully just do the blinds, some light cleaning, and then I hope that we're done after that. What brackets are we supposed to use? The brackets that come with it. This honestly took forever, and I don't even think I needed to do it. I'm not very good at this. I'm not good at filling holes. I did so much work that I don't even think I needed to do it. A lot of these were the children and the dogs as well.
Mommy, hot water works really well together.
Perfect. I'm legit thinking of this video. Again, so much work. We put in so much work. And they still done this hole. I don't even think we caused that hole. That was just paint chipping like this right here. I'm gonna fix it though, because they're not gonna ding me on nothing. And then they do, dear. They do. Tile. And then that. We don't have the right drill. See that drill back there? It only has scrubbing bits. We don't actually have a bit for it. So they're going to buy a bit so that we can change all of the mounts for the, what is that called? The blinds. Because they're not all the same. And that's fun for us. I had to buy 7 of one kind and 3 of another kind. Luckily, 2 of the mounts fit the ones we bought, so we were able to mount 2, so we just have 8 more to do. Yeah. And then we just have to really do the floors and like a once over good clean, and I think we're good. And they still charge us so much. I'll never get over it. All this work that I did, I'll never get over it. Oops.
You did the floor. Thank you. Oh my god, we could do paper towels.
They're so good.
It's alright, I can make it home by myself. I've got your words inside my mind. Nobody told me it was gonna turn out like this, but that's alright, that's alright, that's alright. I watch the sun climbing over buildings and bridges. Nobody knew it was gonna turn out like this, but that's alright, that's alright, that's alright.
Whoever made these things squiggly like this needs to never invent anything again. Because this is stupid. The stupidest thing ever.
Every time I see you, I wonder what's left of me. Ooh, or maybe this is the death of me, yeah. It's my history. This is the best of me. Here.
I remember when I was looking for songs for this, I cried so much listening to this song because one of the words says nobody knew it was going to end up like this, and it's like 100% true. Because I don't know if you guys are familiar with my relationship before. A lot of this, it was fine. It was perfectly healthy. There was nothing blatantly and inherently wrong in the relationship. However, I had seen, like, in my mind, the way I grew up and the way I saw relationships was that you stay together through thick and thin, no matter what, right? And that a lot of times meant settling, right? I felt like I never wanted that for myself. I never wanted to settle for something. I had no idea what I wanted, like what I wanted in a human, or anything like that. But like, I knew I didn't want to settle for something less than I deserved. I have gone to a lot of therapy, and I have followed some amazing women online. I think Ayla Jalen is one of the people who really like showed me that like you can leave a perfectly fine relationship and come out even better on the other end of it. And you don't see a lot of, I guess you do, but like you see a lot of people leaving like really toxic relationships and really bad relationships, right? But I was in an inherently healthy relationship. So I was like, why am I leaving? What is the point? Like, I could have been fine with this. And then I just think back to my role models growing up and things like that. And I told myself, I was like, you can't settle. You've asked and asked and asked again for honestly just like the bare minimum. I just remember having this like mind blowing moment, kind of like one of the light bulb moments. When I was in therapy, I was saying, singing the praises of my ex, of like, he takes care of the kid, he gets it dinner fed, like if I'm too tired, he'll do the dishes, like I was just saying, like he picks him up from school, he goes to all the sports stuff, and like I was just listing off all of these things that I thought made him like the most amazing human, and she looked at me dead in the face and went, that's amazing, but that is bare minimum. She said, you're holding those standards up here when that is literally the bare minimum of what a parent and partner should do. Mind-boggling. So I think that was probably 6 months before. She had said that about 6 months before I had actually ended the relationship because I tried to have so many conversations about my wants and my needs and my future and what our future would look like. And I couldn't continue talking to a brick wall. So this song like really hit hard for me, and I cried a lot while while making this.
There's a rest in me. Yeah. Thinking back, trying to make out where we went wrong.
I'm so tired.
I'm not dramatic at all, it's fine.
You got yours, I've got mine.
I still had purple in my hair too.
That's alright, that's alright. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? It's like I'm living me.
It's kind of sad. This will be the last time I'm wiping off these counters. It's the cleanest these counters have been in God knows how long. I don't know how much trash is left. This is disgusting.
I'm not crying over the fan. I promise. You can hear the back door open and all the kids, right? I was that house in the neighborhood, like, where the kids were always knocking on the doors, always going outside and playing, riding their bikes. Like, if we were outside doing something, we were all the neighborhood kids were over. Like, I miss that so much for Kelly and for me. Like, he misses that so much, and I just don't have that where I'm at now, and I don't know how to get that, you know? Like, he misses his friends so much, and like, transferring schools has been so hard for him. Like, I don't think I've even like touched on how difficult the transition has been for him, but it has been astronomically hard. Like, he's struggling to make friends who are good influences. He's struggling with teachers. Like, he is struggling, and he just didn't have any of this at the old school, and it makes you feel real guilty as a parent because, like, that was my choice. I chose to end the relationship, and I didn't have the finances to stay there and pay the rent by myself, so I had to move, you know? Just makes you feel really guilty, and just hearing that door and all the kids and, like, his friends, and he loved playing with his friends out there in the yard, and God, it's just those things you don't think about, like, when you move, or I don't know.
Fastest thing I've ever done in my life. This not nice and clean though. That's real pretty. That's real shiny. Pretty.
I don't even. There's a little scuff out, but it's not.
We need to get Mr. Clean scrub pads. Those will take that right out. I know. I took some over there from the couch out with it. So, this is innovation to the fullest. When you don't have a stopper, you should use a trash can.
Little did I know that I should have lifted that entire thing up because they charged us a cleaning fee for having to lift it up and clean under there. Are you kidding me?
Do you know the oven top lifts up?
Yeah, it goes up further, babe.
Oh my god, I didn't, and I just lifted it and I thought I broke it. Huh. Why don't I know things? Shouldn't I know more about cleaning?
Little sad eyes, don't you cry, 'cause you know.
I'm gonna go back a second. Like, look at that sink. That is a sink of somebody who is struggling mentally and like struggling physically. That is a sink of your insides just like spilling out. Like, you think you can put on this front that everything is fine, and then like your kitchen looks like this and your house looks cluttered and all this stuff. Like, my sink in my new apartment has never ever gotten to this point. Even when I have like neglected it a little bit, it has never gotten to this point. And it just goes to show me that like having less stuff to manage and being by myself and being the one who knows that I have to manage it. I don't have to sit there and wait for somebody else to do it or get mad because I had to do it and they didn't do it. Like, it's just so crazy to see that like that is how it was so frequently too. Like, so often it looked like that. And I can't get over that. That's insane. It's sad. It makes me sad because like I was not doing well and I had too much crap and too much to manage. Like, I don't even own half the stuff in that sink anymore. Honestly, I don't.
Little sad eyes. Love will come, love will go.
Yeah, there she go.
When you're strong, you never ask why. But can you learn to love your weakness?
That was like during the move kind of closet. So that was cleaner closet.
Little sad eyes. I see you carry all that pain.
Never-ending loads of laundry. Laundry is always a never-ending thing, but when you have so much of it that it's covering all of your floors and everything, like, I am so happy I got rid of so much of that.
Carry all that pain. It's a sad life. If the hurt is all in.
Like, look at all of that stuff. Like, I'm looking at this through such a different perspective right now. Because instead of looking at it like, I mean, I'm still really sad about it because I really loved, like, that place. But, like, instead of looking at it that way, I'm looking at it about, like, all the stuff that I have gotten rid of and I don't have to manage anymore. Like, so much of that is gone. Some of it is my ex's, but so much of it is gone.
But you'll get through the darkest nights when you learn to find your shining lights. Little sad.
Like, even Kelly's room, that's clean for his old room. His old room was terrible. that stuff would always be all over the floor. I still have to do a lot more in his room. He still has a lot of toys. But, like, he had downsized a lot as well, obviously. Because we have to fit in a tiny little place.
Don't you see, I am right behind.
If anyone's confused about the bed in the office, because this is the office, my ex and I broke up in November. And I said one stipulation is that we had to live together until the end of the school year. And then we moved out in the summer. So we had, what, almost 7 months of, almost 8 months of living together. And I tried to be in the same place, like we were still sleeping in the same bed. But I couldn't do it. I think he would have been fine if we had shared the same bed. I don't know, maybe not. But I needed to get out of the space with him. I was just so over it and so upset about how everything, like, yes, it was amicable and it happened in a fine way, but at the same time, it's still a breakup. It's still hard. I can't cry myself to sleep at night when the person I'm crying about is literally right next to me. You know what I mean? So I bought a bed on a mattress on Amazon and I moved it into the office. So this is what the office looked like when I first started my YouTube channel, actually.
Don't you know I'm carrying your weight when you're down, and when you're around, I'll be around.
You see that? That was the storage closet under the stairs. I got rid of almost all of it. Almost all of that is gone. And like that living room, I like the dining room and the place behind it was always so messy. You always had so much stuff. I got rid of like most of that. I think my table is still at in my mom's storage. What did I do with my table? Is it in storage? That's my dining room table. I think it's in storage. I kind of forgot about it. But those two stands on the left side, that's where all that stuff in the last tote that I unpacked was in.
Strong, you never ask why, but I have learned to love your weakest side.
I was standing in the kitchen in the house by myself and everyone was outside. And I was just like, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave because I knew that'd be the last time I was ever there. And I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go. This process sucked. And I didn't want it to be over. I didn't want to leave that place. Like, so I procrastinated and I stood there. And then, like, my ex was outside. He's like, come on, are you done? Like, there's nothing else to do. Like, we need to be done. And so he came in and, like, we just stood there in the kitchen and we hugged. And it was nice, but it was just kind of like a very final kind of thing, like just the last like little bit before we split. And it's like sometimes I wonder, I'm like, am I mourning the apartment or like the townhouse or whatever you call that duplex that we lost, and like the place or like the relationship? Sometimes I don't know. I know that I'm better off because I made the decision to leave. And I'm not saying that the hard things weren't worth it, because they were. But in the moment, like, this girl right here could not see that. This girl right here was struggling. She did not want to make the change. She didn't want to do it. But she did. So that this girl could be where she is right now.
you know I am right behind you? Don't you see I'm carrying your weight? I'll take your hurt, I'll share your pain, and I'll dry your tears. Little sad-eyed.
Going from that to then like moving into the apartment and it taking a whole year to unpack is just absolutely insane. That was about as hard as I thought it was going to be. That is about what I expected. Was to cry a lot, feel a lot of things, relive a lot of things. I am so proud though that I made the decision that I made. And I didn't settle for something that I didn't deserve, because there's something else out there for me, whether it's with another person or me by myself. I've gotten a lot of questions in my comments over the year about dating and such like that, and I have no interest in finding, I have no interest in the whole dating scene, right? Like, I dabbled in it a little bit. I was on the apps, you know, when you get bored and you get lonely, you're on the apps, but nothing ever came of any of it, and it's just not worth my time or my energy, to be honest with you. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and if something comes my way, maybe I'll dilly-dally in it. I don't know, but I'm fine by myself right now. I think that I do better when I'm single. I would much rather be by myself and in control of things by myself. I just tend to level up better when I'm by myself, and I'm more centered and my nervous system is at peace, which is important. There's Charlie. So, yeah, I don't know. Can I help you? That was an emotional roller coaster. I'm really happy I relived it, because it did help me see a lot of, like, you kind of forget what things looked like, but, like, I always know, like, literally every room in that place was always a mess and always a burden, because there was always so much stuff. And I know that I was a big contributor of the stuff, but, like, also I had, you know, 2 other people living with me, but it still felt like mine to manage. So it was just always overwhelming and always chaotic, and, like, just thinking about all the stuff that I have in my little 500 square feet apartment is like a breath of fresh air, you know? Like, I literally could maybe fill that living room and dining room, like, not even full. Like, I could barely, like, fill that space now, and that just is so good. That feels so good to say and to see and compare. And I think it helps you guys as well get a better visual of, like, oh yeah, that's what it looked like before she started getting rid of all the stuff, because I was forced to, but at the same time, like, it needed to happen. And I'm so happy that I had to move somewhere where I was forced to downsize, because you realize how much you don't need to live with, how much you don't need to manage. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. If you've been here since that video, thank you so much for your love and support. If you haven't seen that video or the videos that come before it, go watch them, because they'll give you a lot of context to what I go through right now. Oh, man. All right, friends, the next one will be back at the apartment. I will be done dog sitting very, very, very soon, and I don't dog sit for a while. So we'll get back in the apartment and get things rolling there again. But let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.